half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. It is finally out. It is official, y'all. Will Smith admits, y'all, to an extramarital affair, y'all. And he said, y'all, that he wanted a harem of girlfriends, including Halle Berry, y'all. Now, Mr. Smith said he dreamed of having a harem of girlfriends, including Oscar winner Halle Berry and ballet dancer Miss Misty Copeland. Now, the Men in Black actor who is married to the beautiful Jada Pinkett Smith discussed his fantasy with intimacy coach Miss Michaela Bohm and even had her work on the list with him and planned, y'all, to contact the women, but ultimately realized, y'all, that the idea was horrific. Now, in an interview with GQ magazine, he said, quote, "I don't know where I saw it or some of this mess as a teenager." He said, but the idea of traveling with 20 women that I loved and took care of and all that, it seemed like a really great idea. He said, and then after we played it out a little bit, he said, I was like, that would be horrific. He said, that would be horrific. He said, I was like, can you imagine how miserable? However, Will y'all still found it helpful to discuss his fantasy in depth. Now, he explained what she was doing was essential cleaning out my mind, letting it know that it was okay, y'all, to be me and who I was. He said, I was okay to think Halle is fine. He said, it doesn't make me a bad person. He said that I'm married and I think Halle is beautiful. He said, whereas in my mind, in my Christian upbringing, even my thoughts were sins. He said that was really the process that Michaela worked me through to let me realize that my thoughts were not sins, and even acting on an impure thought didn't make me a piece of caca. Then he went on to say, y'all, you know, they're saying that the 53-year-old star, he admitted, y'all, that Jada never, listen, y'all, he said Jada never believed in conventional marriage, so they spent a long time figuring out their relationship boundaries. He said Jada never believed in conventional marriage. He said Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship. He said so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. He said there was significant endless discussion about what is relational perfection. He said what is the perfect way to interact as a couple, and for the large part of our relationship, he said monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational approach and relational perfection. He said, but he admitted their approach isn't for everyone. Do y'all agree with that? I mean, because it's not, I mean, don't y'all think monogamy is not for everyone? I mean,
what is the definition of monogamy, like the clear definition?
Having sex with one person.
Forever.
And
yeah,
ever,
ain't nothing wrong
and
with that.
ever.
As long as, you know, she's, you know,
If two people are in sync with each other completely, then that can work.
Right.
But what happens is a lot of people aren't in sync, and I like the fact that they discussed it in detail rather than, you know, going around behind each other back. They just was open and honest about it, and I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that between two adults.
Yeah, you know, you get one of them chicks that go to a mega church and she want to make love to Yolanda Adams. I just can't do it.
But I think the biggest part about
Yolanda.
this article from GQ that was really cool is that they have been married for a long time, and the ideas of traditions and roles and what it's supposed to be are not realistic. So they decided and cultivated their own marriage that works for them. And I think that's really the goal, and what he's trying to say is do what works for you, not
Right,
what works
you go.
for everyone else.
Yeah, but well, I guess it did work for them because they still together and what have you, and stuff. So, but well, congratulations. I mean, and you know, I was reading something the other day, and they were saying that the African American race, we're the only race that have yet to accept that there's more than one way to love, and traditional marriage is just not always the perfect way.
Right.
But, you know, but it is happening.
Well, we're going to go ahead and attribute that to American culture, which we were forced to adapt when we were brought here by slavery. So, our motherland, there are definitely polygamy going on and multiple marriages, but that's an American construct, and we were just forced here.
I'm down with Akon.
Okay.
So fellas, when y'all get caught, that's what you tell your woman. Say, look, this is a bond of slavery I'm trying to break.
Take my words out of context.
Yes,
I'm doing this for my ancestors.
Oh, okay. I guess you are, honey.
Your name is Kizzy.
Okay. All right, then. Well, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce, baby, they said these girls are both trending across social media after J-Lo said, honey, she liked a seemingly uncanonicals tweet. Now, which compared her singing to Beyonce.
Who?
God, I pronounce that word. INNOCUOUS.
Innocuous.
Innocuous? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She liked an innocuous tweet.
And she said, what, Gary?
She liked an innocuous tweet, honey. All right.
What she
Innocuous,
say,
honey.
Gary?
What you say, Rickey?
She compared her singing to Beyonce?
Yeah, baby, she compared her singing to Beyonce. Now, they said the incident popped off, baby, the other day when J-Lo liked a tweet which asked, who's winning in a viral battle? And, baby, the tweeter posted an image of Beyonce singing on the left and Jennifer on the right. Well, a fan replied to the tweet and claimed that in the image, believe it or not, Beyonce and J-Lo, honey, were hitting the same note. Now, the comments seemingly suggested that J-Lo, honey, Jennifer and J-Lo had comparable vocal cords, but a lot of people say, they say, Jennifer, wait a minute, girl, wait. And they said, honey, Black Twitter flew off, baby.
I know
and
they did.
uproar saying, Jennifer, honey, they say many of Beyonce fans thought it was laughable to compare Beyonce, one of this generation's greatest vocalists, to Jennifer, who has seemingly, y'all, struggled, honey, to hit notes. So, some people
Did you see the inauguration? All you have to do is compare Beyonce's performance at the inauguration and J-Lo's. There is no comparison.
Or Love on Top when she go up five
octaves.
Not octaves, half
Modulates.
steps. And she modulates.
That too.
Well, somebody said a delusional old bird, honey. They say just like a jealous culture vulture to latch on to someone else's name to attempt to prop themselves up. And then they went on to say on and on about it. But J-Lo and Jennifer, and Beyonce, don't they sound alike though? Oh, they don't.
Yeah, Beyonce, her vocals are more powerful. Am I right, Brent? Yeah, her vocals are powerful.
Okay, the color today, y'all, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is root beer. On the high end, you say root beer, and on the low end, just say beautiful brown. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.